the most recent episode of his podcast, Corey is ranting and raving and crashing out on media personalities for speaking about him on their podcast, which is odd because Corey has a podcast where he speaks on other people. And if you're involved in probably two of the most viral stories in the last week and a half, you can expect people to talk about you on their podcast. But Corey is going off. He even gets to a point where he starts talking about this new strategy that he's about to implement that's gonna solve people talking about him. And this strategy is essentially Corey just cutting off his nose to spite his face.
Tampon, Okie dokie. Okie dokie makes so many videos with my face, name, and likeness on it. It's gonna come to an end. Enjoy it while you can. I've done things to put an end to it. To use Corey Holcomb's name and likeness like that, it's gonna cost you. Real simple.
Cut files, we had Big Head Reach, just speaking facts. We back. Subscribe. Watching the new video from Poetic Flacco talking about Corey Holcomb, how he gonna regret decisions that he made, especially this one. Corey said, look, I'm about to start making people regret using my likeness. It sounds like you're about to start trying to tax him. Uncle Corey Sam, he want that paper. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sitting here watching, trying to see what's up with it. If it makes sense, is he speaking facts or no? Make sure you get in my comment box. Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe. Back at it. Let's go.
So I never researched how to stop it because I didn't care until I see these smiling with me, but then lying on me and acting like I don't know what I'm doing.
I think I have a pretty good idea what Corey Holcomb means when he says them reacting is coming to an end, and I think it will be a really big mistake by Corey Holcomb. Part of the reason why Corey Holcomb has been able to stay around for so long is because of reaction channels. People disseminating the podcast out because Corey Holcomb don't post videos on his channel. He just go live. And, we all know with live streams on YouTube don't push out live streams like that.
Yeah, Corey, you gotta understand the people made you. Like, you can't be mad because the people that made you is now using your likeness to try and make something for themselves. Now, if you're talking about some rich Negroes, then yeah, go after them. But if you're just talking about regular Joe Schmoes like me, like Big Head Reese, you gotta let it slide, bro. They're trying to get this paper.
So for the podcast to have the reach that it's been having, for it to have been growing steadily, is due to reaction channels disseminating the podcast for Corey Holcomb. I discovered the show was still going on from a reaction channel. So when you say that's coming to an end, I think what Corey Holcomb means, because two things, I don't think Corey Holcomb is going to be filing copyright strikes on everybody. That's dumb and a waste of time. I think Corey Holcomb is getting with, like a network, and they're probably going to start putting a copyright claim ID on each episode. So hence, once you react to it, Corey Holcomb will claim all the money from it, and that's going to discourage people from wanting to react to it because you don't want to do all this work and then you can't profit from it. Or the content ID claim that blocks the video from being reacted to. So when you react to it, YouTube blocks the video, so hence, all that work you put in is gone. Which, if Corey go that route, that'll be disastrous for Corey Holcomb's growth and his numbers.
Yeah, like, you gotta understand, YouTube is about letting everybody eat off everybody's content. That's how it go. We all trying to make content. They trying to make enemies. They trying to make lawsuits. Niggas trying to make up reasons. Once you step into this field, that's it. Like, it's all fair game. I don't even know what he's thinking.
Corey Holcomb does live streams. 2-3 hour live streams that he don't even clip up. He don't even clip up his own content. So the fact that he don't clip up the content and he does live streams, the discoverability of that podcast is going to go down. Once the drama, once everything is over with, it's going to go down. And if people can't discover the podcast, they're going to forget about it, bro. Now, if Corey had a real reason, like a real reason why he's upset, and we can all say, yeah, he's right for being upset, then that would be understandable. But Corey is literally upset because people that he came across or he knows or he had some run-ins with over the years in his podcast and stuff that he thought he was friends with, those people told Corey that it was not okay that he dissed it.
Corey cool to me. He not too funny, not too fake. He like real funny, like a real funny, cool dude. Like, he funny keeping it through his realness. Like the stuff with him and Anton, that just made him more visible now. And vice versa, they both, doing their thing.
Anton Daniels' daughter. They told Corey it is not okay that he put hands on a woman on camera, no matter what that woman did. Right? It's takes like that got Corey Holcomb upset. Like I would think that Corey Holcomb would sit back and say, yeah, like they ain't right, bro. Like I had no business talking about that man's daughter. I had no business putting my hands on that woman. Play his F up. But Corey is acting like he's the victim in this situation. Now, the two dudes particularly that he was upset with was O'Shea Duke Jackson and the lead attorney. Those are two YouTubers. He called O'Shea Duke, and he called the lead attorney like some type of homo.
I ain't gonna lie, I do a lot of reaction videos using O'Shea Duke content. Ain't been making none the past couple days. Like, you know, people play dirty when it comes time to play rough. Rough and rough.
Well, sexual name.
Yeah, I don't understand. This Corey Holcomb 5150 is bigger than anybody wants to give it credit for. And they want to shut it down. I thank the 5150 Army for standing on all these lames' heads. The 5150 Army is the reason I ain't got to do all the work by myself. We can't compete with TMZ when it comes to mass media. They got so desperate to get rid of us, they grabbed the big machine to throw dirt at me. But that'll all get cleared up too. Because
unlike other value meals, Arby's new
$7. Game playing out here for when people play is chess, not checkers.
I don't know why I got to them like this, but it shows the power I have. I'm just running my mouth on YouTube. I don't run my mouth all the time. I don't stack videos and try to get you to keep clickbaiting videos because this helps me get some money. And I'm not knocking nobody who do that to get money. But some of y'all ain't even respectful with it. And my name and likeness, I told people, I get a 5150 show to the game. I get us to the game.
People don't like respect though. Respect ain't gonna get you them views. He should know that being as disrespectful as he is. Everybody be disrespectful on this thing, man. What Will Ferrell say? It's what he say. It keeps the people going. I forget what he said it was. It start with I think a P. Yeah, but it gotta be like that to keep the people going. People want to keep going. If YouTube stop being messy, they shut it down. We gotta go back to watching regular TV. Nah.
Hey, but that's gotta come to a halt. Because it's this one African scammer. Okie dokie, that's what we'll call him, Okie dokie Jackson. This man has made so many videos with my name and likeness on it and got the nerve to talk crazy about me.
So?
This man said, I need to tell my lawyer what. I was like, he telling law now? Talking super crazy like he is a lawyer. You all gonna see.
Don't come after me.
Leading the law. We had him up here and we all went to get something to eat. Leading the law be talking mad shit.
It seems like people get themselves into stuff and just dig themselves deeper into it. They don't, like, some stuff you can't get out of. That's what I've learned. Like, some stuff it go how it go. When they see you hitting that woman, you arguing with Anton, you can't get out of that, bro. You can't be like, oh, somebody else did this, somebody else did. He ain't used the word me yet. He doing this, a lot of this, but ain't used the word me yet. And that's all I'm looking for. I ain't saying he right or wrong. I'm just saying we trying to eat. You can't. This YouTube, what's how the internet world is. Look, if you scared, go home. If you scared, go home.
And lying. Because I don't normally watch, but I keep seeing stuff. So I'm like, let me see what this is. And when I saw it today, he didn't do it on his YouTube.
I said that.
This is bait.
The way Corey Holcomb is crying, you would think that these folks was talking about his like ill mother or something, bro. But no, all O'Shea did was react to Corey Holcomb and his co-host saying they believe that Corey Holcomb is protected by his First Amendment rights, that he can speak about anybody he want to speak about on the internet as long as he don't defame them. So Allah, he could speak on Anton Daniels' daughter, and Anton Daniels don't have a case, even though Anton Daniels was threatened to sue. O'Shea New Jackson had a different opinion. He said that he disagreed. He thinks that Corey could be liable because the daughter is not a public figure. Now, even though I disagree with O'Shea's opinion, I do believe that the freedom of speech and First Amendment protects you to speak about anybody you want to speak about on the internet, public figures, non-public figures, as long as you don't defame them or engage in liable speech. You can speak on anybody you want to speak about. But O'Shea disagreed, which I think is fine, right? Like you should be able to come online and disagree with your friend. Just because you and a content creator is cool doesn't mean you have to agree with everything they're saying. You should be able to come online and disagree with them publicly as long as it's respectful. And, it shouldn't be war afterwards.
Tell you something. If you put it online, it belongs to me.
It's the First Amendment, freedom of speech, and in the freedom of speech, you also are allotted the freedom to have your opinion, whether negative or positive, about anything public figure.
That's what I'm saying. So people don't even.
A motherfucker gonna have their freedom of speech opinion about you, what you doing, what you did, what they see you do did on camera. Like, niggas is crazy nowadays, man. Like, they just, what do the fucking freedom of speech don't only apply to just the law, it apply to regular everyday people. If somebody call you a name, you're supposed to, you got it, bro, freedom of speech. Like, I'm just, you can't be picky and choosy with freedom of speech.
You didn't know that, man.
Yeah. Now, while Craig Smith is a very intelligent guy, he's mixing up something that I found out about. And shout out to the lead attorney who also made a video on this. Just because you have the First Amendment to speak publicly,
don't mean it's not
that is largely directed at the government. So the First Amendment speech gives you free rights to speak out against the government without retaliation. However, he does mention public figures. Now, he can speak out and roast Anton Daniels, which he will definitely do in his podcast.
Man, I feel like everybody need to just
Now, while Anton Daniels is a public figure, his wife or daughter are not considered public figures. So just because Anton Daniels posts a photo of his wife, or Anton Daniels posts a picture of his daughter, or somebody else posts a picture of Anton Daniels' wife or daughter, they are not public figures, even though they are related to Anton Daniels. So technically,
that's a good question. Get in my comment box. Make sure you let me know what makes you a public figure. You just got to be famous, rich. I don't know. Subscribe.
it would not give Corey Holcomb the right, or me the right, or anybody else the right to talk about his family.
I think what Corey did was indecent. You shouldn't talk about somebody's kid online. I think that's wrong. It's morally unrighteous. But I don't think what Corey did is illegal. I don't feel like the law says that, hey, freedom of speech doesn't apply if the person is not a public figure. I think if that person is a public figure, not a public figure, you could speak about anybody you want to speak about because it's freedom of speech, right? There's no limits to that. But Corey doing it was obviously indecent, right? But O'Shea, to me, wasn't disrespectful. He didn't violate Corey. He was pretty respectful in his disagreement.
But Corey always been indecent. That's a part of his comedy. Like, I don't think I'm going to advocate for him. He ain't mean it in no harsh way. He's just trying to make light of the situation. He's just trying to test Antoine, see what type of man he is. He ain't really worried about how his family, his wife, and all that. Look, just teasing. Like, we can't even tease motherfuckers no more. Like, what is going on with the world?
He called them pretty smart usually. So Corey just went overboard with this, man. Like, it was crazy. Now, another person that Corey Holcomb chose to attack was also Joe Budden, because Joe Budden came on his podcast and spoke with Corey. Now, Joe Budden and Corey crash out is more understandable because Joe Budden called Corey names. I think Joe Budden called Corey a B and a hoe on his Patreon, so we can't play the clip here. So Corey responded back, essentially accusing Joe Budden of being a serial woman beater, which I do think is a mistake by Corey, because Corey said it as if it's a statement of fact. Joe Budden has never been convicted of domestic violence, so calling him a serial woman beater, makes yourself liable.
He's a good guy. But here's the problem. Kanye, I thank you for this lyric right here.
Kanye.
Oh yeah, it was this other dude talking crazy about me. I couldn't help it. Some of these guys, I just gotta say something.
No.
Do you know who I'm talking about? Fruit Booty Buttons? See, I never say their name.
Yeah.
As you should.
I got a name for him. Fruit Booty Buttons.
I know you.
And his crew. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater. Fruit Booty Buttons is a serial woman beater.
Serial woman beater.
Was talking about how he sat. They said the girl said he sat on my stomach and made me have a miscarriage. You know what he said? I didn't sit. I sat on top of her titties or something. He said I sat on where her breast was. That's where I was sitting.
Oh wow.
You got
Fruit Booty Buttons. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I know you ain't talking crazy about me, homie. I mean, most of the time, all you got.
This the internet, man. Everybody talk crazy about everybody. Let's look at the comments. This Corey Holcomb gonna regret. I see it just having Anton on the show and going from there. Like, let's see what they say. Some people just saying what they want to say. Corey love talking about everyone, but as soon as he gets the smoke, there's a problem. Everybody dropping vids. Yeah, everybody dropping vids. Corey always had that look. That's what's in his eye, like a dog. You can't talk about people and cry when it happens to you. We call that a hit dog hollering. And that's how the internet gonna take it, yo. Internet gonna take it like you just complaining right now. Let Flacco do his thing on the videos. Let O'Shea do their thing on the videos. That big head Reach do his thing on the videos. You know what I'm saying? We here speaking facts. Dropping every day. And need to subscribe. Get in my comment section. Let me know, man, what happens with Corey Holcomb and Antoine, the situation. Is anybody going to court? If they going to throw blows in the future? They might as well do a celebrity boxing match. I don't know, man. Talk to me. Let me know. Trap Files, Big Kid Reese. I'm out.